Welcome to History Decoded. Today we're unraveling the story behind one of the most legendary battles in American history, the Battle of the Alamo. This iconic event, which took place in 1836, became a symbol of heroic resistance and a pivotal turning point in the Texas Revolution. The struggle for Texan independence had been brewing for years. Tensions escalated between the Mexican government and American settlers, known as Texians, along with Tejano allies who sought freedom from the centralized control of Mexico. At the heart of this rising conflict was the former Spanish mission of the Alamo, located in San Antonio de Becher. Originally established for religious purposes, the Alamo had been converted into a makeshift fortress by Texan forces in late 1835. As 1836 began, the Texan defenders found themselves in a dire situation. They numbered approximately 180 to 250 men, facing the prospect of a large-scale Mexican attack. The defenders were led by 26-year-old Lieutenant Colonel William B. Travis, a young lawyer-turned-soldier. Alongside him were notable figures such as Jim Bowie, known for his knife-fighting skills and leadership, and the legendary frontiersman Davy Crockett, who had recently arrived in Texas. Despite the odds, the men inside the Alamo were resolved to defend their position. They faced off against General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna, the President of Mexico and commander of the Mexican Army. Santa Anna had amassed a formidable force, estimated between 1,800 and 6,000 soldiers, with the aim of crushing the Texan rebellion and reasserting Mexican control over the region. The siege began on February the 23rd, 1836, when Santa Anna's troops arrived in San Antonio and surrounded the Alamo. He sent a demand for the defenders' surrender, but Travis responded with a defiant cannon shot, signaling that they would fight. It was clear that no quarter would be given. Over the next 13 days, the Mexican army bombarded the Alamo, while the defenders worked to reinforce their positions. Inside, conditions grew more challenging as supplies dwindled, and the defenders faced the reality of the situation. Yet their morale remained steadfast. Travis, in a bid to seek help, wrote a series of letters calling for reinforcements. His most famous letter, addressed to the people of Texas and all Americans in the world, contained the now immortal words, "Victory or death." This impassioned plea for support resonated with many, but reinforcements arrived too late to change the fate awaiting the Alamo's defenders. The final assault came in the early hours of March 6, 1836. Before dawn, Santa Anna ordered a full-scale attack. His troops advanced in 4 columns, attempting to breach the fortress from different sides. The Texan defenders, despite their fatigue, were prepared and repelled 2 initial waves with concentrated rifle and cannon fire. However, the sheer numbers of the Mexican forces took their toll. On the 3rd wave, Mexican soldiers managed to scale the walls and penetrate the compound. Once inside, brutal hand-to-hand combat erupted. Travis was one of the first to fall, reportedly shot near the north wall. Jim Bowie, weakened by illness and confined to a bed, fought off attackers from his room, but was ultimately overrun. Davy Crockett's fate is debated. Some accounts suggest he died fighting bravely in the battle, while others indicate he may have been captured and executed afterward. Regardless, the defenders were eventually overwhelmed. The battle lasted less than 90 minutes, and by sunrise, all of the defenders were dead. Reports vary on the exact number of Mexican casualties, but estimates suggest that Santa Anna's forces suffered significant losses, with anywhere from 600 to 1,600 soldiers killed or wounded. The aftermath of the Battle of the Alamo was both tragic and transformative. Santa Anna ordered that the bodies of the Texan defenders be burned, while some civilians, including women, children, and a few slaves who had sheltered inside the Alamo, were spared and released to spread the news of what had transpired. The fall of the Alamo became a rallying cry for Texan forces, with Remember the Alamo serving as a powerful symbol of resistance and defiance. The impact of the battle extended far beyond its immediate consequences. The courage and sacrifice of the Alamo's defenders inspired a surge of support for the Texan cause. Just over a month later, on April 21, 1836, at the Battle of San Jacinto, General Sam Houston led Texan forces in a surprise attack on Santa Anna's troops, shouting, "Remember the Alamo," as they charged. The victory at San Jacinto was decisive, and Santa Anna was captured, leading to negotiations that secured Texas's independence. For Santa Anna, the Alamo was intended as a swift victory to deter further rebellion. Instead, it became a costly Pyrrhic victory that galvanized Texan resistance. His harsh treatment of the Alamo defenders, especially the execution of any potential survivors, fueled anger and determination across Texas and beyond. Today, the Alamo stands as a historical monument, visited by millions who seek to understand the bravery and the tragedy that unfolded within its walls. While the story of the Alamo has become steeped in legend, the facts remain. It was a place where a few stood against many, where individuals made the ultimate sacrifice for the cause they believed in. It has come to symbolize the spirit of defiance and the fight for freedom that shaped the identity of Texas. The Battle of the Alamo is more than just a story of defeat. It is a tale of resilience, of standing firm even when the odds are overwhelming. It reminds us that sometimes the greatest victories come not from surviving the fight, but from inspiring others to carry on. Thank you for joining us on History Decoded. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the defining moments that shaped our world. Remember, history isn't just about what happened. It's about how it shaped who we are today.